Talavalava choices. As Samoan Language Week comes to a close, so does our live unboxings here on Chooice. And now if you're thinking about that and you want to be a part of these live unboxings, you can be. You can just send your products in, or you can join myself for Paul Day in here. And saying that, Paul Day, how are you?
Very well. Yourself?
Sekia, a little bit more Samoan there, just a little fraction there. I'm Monty Beacon, by the way, and today we're bringing you the live. Long weekend coming up, my man.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you got planned?
Oh, not too much. A little bit of fishing. Bit of puzzle work.
That's just Pat McPhee. Don't worry about him. He's just a little bit in the background doing a bit of fun stuff. Okay, back to this. Sorry, it's about you. It's about you and what you're doing this long weekend now. And I know you've been practicing. I've seen the notes here. You intro this. Go.
Oh, absolutely. So,
3, 2, 1. We're live. Go.
We are live. We have 3 awesome puzzles today. We are showcasing a beautiful tourist map, a New Zealand map of Aotearoa. Obviously, we have some native flowers to show you. And lastly, Monty's favorite, the retro Mount Maunganui map. A little bit more in his time than me.
They were thinking that I was actually a part of that. They were trying to look for me in the actual picture, but these are in the 60s. I was a little bit later than that. 78 I was born, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got 3 puzzles. And now I know there's a lot of people out there that absolutely love doing puzzles. Whether you take it on board with you on a long holiday, at home, in the wet, in the cold, it's an option for everyone, right?
Yeah, you love puzzles?
My wife loves puzzles, and she loves those big hard puzzles, and I believe there's a process to that. I don't have the patience for it, but are you a puzzle man yourself?
I love puzzles, Monty. Absolutely love puzzles. Quite excited about this one.
Okay, so what do we need to know about the puzzles? 500 pieces?
500 pieces, so
What
they're
else?
not going to be too easy. They're going to give you a nice little challenge. They are 50 centimeters by 35 centimeters, so a nice size, you know. It's going to give you a little bit of a challenge, I'd say. Made in New Zealand, designed in New Zealand.
500 pieces. How long do you think that would take you? Because
For me,
I was told that you were going to actually try this last night.
I did run out of time, though I had the time. It would probably take me a good, I'd say, 30 minutes.
Okay, so straight away, if you're a person that likes puzzles, and maybe you probably just need one at the holiday home, maybe you want to take one in the car, wherever you're away, producer PJ will give you a little bit of a closer look on what we have here. So 3 different options for you: the native flowers of beautiful Aotearoa. There is the retro, the Mount Campground and Maunganui, and of course the tourist map of New Zealand, 1946. 500 pieces, very good. And the measurements on that?
Once again, 50 centimeters by 35 centimeters. Not
And
quite
the
a square,
price,
but
the price is $39.95. You can get this anywhere up and down the country. Make a good present, good gift.
I'd say so.
What's the last puzzle you've done, Mr. You Like Puzzles?
Ooh, it would have been a Cause Snoopy collaboration puzzle, and if I'm being honest, I didn't actually do it. I bought it complete so I could hang it up on my wall, but you know.
But he likes puzzles.
I do love puzzles.
He likes puzzles. He doesn't actually like putting it together. He just likes buying them complete and done. But if you are not like Paul and you legitimately like puzzles and you can do puzzles, you want to challenge yourself and get these puzzles done, I think this is a good way to either introduce yourself into puzzles, you know, getting some culture. Because like Paul, can we get a shot on that peach? The AV camera's not there. We've got the Mount Maunganui campground. Okay, Paul was not aware that this was a place that you visited, you know, and I think that's not the original campground that we see today. So that in itself is different, right? So you've got a place that is different because I think they're situated a little bit further down the beach. I could be wrong, could be right. Maybe you can let it in and let us know. There you go. That's the beach, and that's not me in there.
There we go.
There you go. Producer PJ with the shots. $39.95. I think that's a good price point. Anywhere up and down the country. North Island, $8. Rural areas, $12. South Island, $12. And rural, $16. That's shipping anywhere around the place.
Can you frame them?
Absolutely, you can frame them.
Yes, you can frame them.
It's a good question. Who was that?
Who was that guy again? He's gone.
Well, it's a great question, though. Yes, you can frame them.
Because that's what you did, right?
Correct, that's what I did.
So you bought one, framed, ready to go. But I tell you what, if you're going to frame something up, if you're going to make it a bit of a showcase or a showpiece, make sure you do it yourself. Make sure you put it together, unlike this man, and then you can get the credit. Can you look up to that wall and you go, yeah, I did that, and I can have a bit of 500 pieces. That is, you know, for some people, that's a lot.
It's a slight challenge. You know what, let's do a demo. You know what, although I'm quite short on time, actually, Mons.
I'd just like to see you open it first.
You start with the edge pieces.
That's the thing, though. Do you have a process involved in that? Because that's the, you know, like my wife reckons you start in around the edges, and that's the frame, and then you work your way in.
I like to start in the middle with most things and work my way out.
Oh.
Yeah. So it really depends on how you like to start off, Mons, but I'll give it a crack.
So when you're looking for this first piece, that you're going to pick up, that you're going to start with? What are you thinking in your mind in terms of which is the one to begin?
I'd say it's more intuition than anything, Mons. I'd start with that one, to be honest.
That one?
Yeah.
Well, that's upside down.
It's perspective. It really depends how we're looking at this.
No, that's just upside down, I can tell. Because I've seen it on the box, but that's all right. That's nice, you know, because, you know, perspective, your way of thinking about it of life. And that's the great thing, right? So you've really seen the banter that we've had between each other. Maybe you do these with your kids at home. Maybe you do it with your partner. Maybe you have some alone time away from the kids. Get a puzzle together, get it out, do all three. Because, I mean, for that price, $39.95. How long would it take? Well,
If I'm going
let's
to
be honest. How long would that take you?
3 hours. A night.
3 hours. 3 hours till he realizes that that's actually upside down. But that's all right. That's good. That's their starting point. So if you think about that, like if you go to a movie, a lot more expensive than that. If you go out to get something to eat, a lot more expensive than that. And the good thing about this, once you've done it, if you don't frame it and put it up to show that there's something that you conquered, you can use it over and over and again. Maybe you've got a batch, maybe you've got a sunroom there that, you know, it's a little bit cold in winter, that you've got the kids, you send them out. Maybe you want some peace and quiet, you send them out there.
Absolutely. I thought you were going to say regift, but you know, either, it's all great ideas.
Okay, your favourite between these three? These are the three options. Talk us through the options, please.
All right, so we got the retro Mount Maunganui, Monty's favorite, and then we have the native New Zealand flowers, as you can see here, and the Aotearoa map. Jeez, I've got a little bit of a tongue twister moment today.
Yep.
But that is essentially going to give you, you know, a nice little view of
and
the country.
recommended for what ages?
5 and above. So,
Yep.
you know, this is really good for anyone. Also, Queensland supporters, if you're watching,
Queensland
this
supporters,
is a really great
you know,
to get into as
And
well.
if you're a Queensland supporter, you're used to dominating a lot, so you'll probably start with all this much, because you're probably better at putting it together than the light blue or the New South Welshman of, you know, Origins next week, by the way. But that's cool too. So you haven't really started. What's your second piece? So while he's deciding what his second piece is, he has, oh, that's not a very good decision on the second choice, but that's all right, that's not for me to say. Get in that link straight away, click on that description. You've got 3 different choices there, $39.95, 500 piece, 3 options, the Mount Maunganui Retro Campsite, the New Zealand map, and also the native New Zealand flowers of Aotearoa. That's beautiful. 50 centimetres by 35 centimetres. You know, and already if you're thinking about framing that, as the janitor said, I think he's gone, you can frame that on the wall. That is the size of it, yeah? Anything else you'd like to say? Maybe you want to take away yours on a long weekend. Too late this time, but it would be ready for the next time if you just make that booking right now.
Very true.
What's the chance of you doing a puzzle on a long weekend?
It's quite slim to none, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, no.
No.
No, it's all right, that's good. If you love puzzles, that's going to be good. We won't get into detail what this man will be up to on the weekend. I'll tell you what, he'll be finding the third piece, hopefully by the end of the weekend. But from Paul Day and Monty Betham here on the Chooice set, live every day, Monday to Friday, around 3 p.m-ish, we'll bring you the Chooice unboxings. Good luck with that last piece. I'll see you later. He's going to be here till next time.
Tō whāsoi fua.